friends. My name is Aarti. I'm going to give you a very short lecture on Introduction to Internet of Things. So we all know that the Internet of Things is a very promising technology we are seeing today in all the fields and applications. Okay. So we know that the Internet of Things refers to a network of many physical objects. Okay. So whatever the objects embedded with IoT, it is going to be called as an IoT object, right? So the Internet of Things is going to refer your network of interconnected physical objects, which is going to be embedded with sensors, actuators, software, IoT internet connectivity, which enables them to collect, exchange, and process the data over the without our human intervention. For example, we are going to have a smartwatch. It is going to monitor all our parameters, vital parameters. Some smart home devices, so healthcare monitoring systems, smart agriculture, industrial automation, so and so on. Many applications for monitoring ourselves and our day-to-day life, day-to-day routine or employing the IoT devices. The main thing when we want to understand IoT, then we should have a proper understanding of what is an IoT architecture. Okay, the term IoT architecture refers to the framework how the IoT elements interact with an IoT environment. The IoT architecture consists of several layers and different components that perform a variety of functions from physical devices and data acquisition systems to network devices for performing data processing applications, data storage applications, and end-to-end applications. This is a basic architecture of IoT. Here you can see the three layers. The first one it is sensors and control layers. The second one you can have a CA layer, which might be a fog layer or edge layer, which employs IoT gateways that lies between the devices and cloud. Okay, so this is a simplified architecture. This is a basic simplified architecture. That is sensor layer and a fog layer and a cloud layer. For any simple application, we are going to have these three layers. Okay. So sometimes the IoT architecture might be 3-layered architecture, or a 5-layered architecture, or 7-layered architecture based on the application. Okay. So suppose if you are going to have a 3-layer IoT architecture, there are going to be three main important layers. The first one, perception layer. Okay. So what is the perception layer? The perception means seeing. We are going to sense the environment. Okay. So in the case, what happens? The devices and sensors used in this perception layer are going to collect the data using sensors. They are going to collect the physical data or any physical or environmental parameters using the sensors, using physiological sensors or environmental sensors, so on. Okay. And actuators. Okay, sensors for sensing the data and actuators to perform the action. Okay, and so for communication across these devices, the technologies like Bluetooth, Zigbee, and Wi-Fi are used. Okay, so the next comes network layer. Okay, so we need a proper set of communication protocols to transfer the data securely. Okay, when we want to have a secure communication with the gateways and to the cloud, we have to use a standard communication protocols like MQTT, message queuing telemetry transfer protocol, constrained application layer protocol, and 5G protocols, etc. Okay. The next one, application layer. So the application layer uses user interfaces such as mobile apps or dashboards for controlling devices and visualizing the data. Okay, so a well-designed IoT architecture is going to ensure the scalability, security, reliability, and data management. Okay. So it might be a 3-layer architecture or a 5-layer or a 7-layer architecture, whatever it should be. But a properly designed IoT architecture should cover everything from data sensing and communication, data storage, processing, and application level services. Okay. In this basic 3-layer architecture, we we are going to have perception layer, network layer, and application layer. The next layer one is 5-layer IoT architecture. Okay, so what it is going to be? In the first architecture, we had perception layer, network layer, and application layer. Whereas in the 5-layer IoT architecture, apart from perception layer, network layer, and application layer, we are going to have additional 2 layers called as data processing layer and middleware layer. Okay, so the data processing layer is used to analyze and process the data, often at the edge, to reduce the latency and to reduce the cloud dependency. Whereas in middleware layer, it is responsible for managing device communication, security, and interoperability using the standardized protocols. Okay. So the next one, components of IoT architecture. We know that the IoT architecture is made up of several essential components. The many important components are listed in this slide. What is the first one? Sensors and actuators. Okay, so the main purpose of using sensors and actuators is to collect the data and to perform the action on it. The second one is IoT devices such as Arduino, Raspberry Pi, or ESP32 modules. Okay. The third one is about connectivity, which can be done by using wired or wireless networks. The next one, data processing and storage using cloud or edge computing. The next one, user interface like application interfaces, mobile apps, or dashboards, etc. The last one, security mechanisms. The security mechanisms including encryption, decryption, etc. So all these components are going to work together to form a complete IoT system. The next one, enabling technologies of IoT. Okay, so the many technologies play a very crucial role in assuring the success of IoT systems. Okay? But the most important, the most significant enabling technologies which are help the IoT to reach its peak are wireless sensor network, cloud computing, big data analytics, communication protocols, and embedded systems. So these are the main applications of IoT. The transport and logistics, utilities, smart cities, healthcare, smart building, consumers monitoring applications, and industrial IoT applications, environmental monitoring, and agricultural monitoring, etc. Okay. So the well-designed IoT enables very efficient, secure, and scalable smart applications that are widely used in